Hey friend, it's Brian here. Look, oh, forgive me if I look rough. um, uh, we're in that quarantine, y'all, and if you hear the sounds of thunder, it started. It's starting to. The weather's really getting bad, so forgive me for all of those things, okay? But I've got to always start out by saying, hey to my best friends, my good friends, my old friends. Thank you for coming on back into the room. And hey to any new friends that are coming in. Thank you for being here for the first time, if it is. All right. So, and I want to say a general thank you to everyone for being here in general, because this keeps me going. Making these videos is kind of what is the motivation to kind of start my day or to push me through it at least. So if this is your first time here, I'm Brian. This is the channel, and we choose music to watch together mostly and usually always because it is such a great way to connect no matter where we are, no matter what language we speak or what barriers may be between us. And it's also a great way for us to be able to leave the space that we're in, maybe not physically but always and usually mentally and sometimes spiritually as well. And in these times, we can't think of a better method than music. Okay, so we are going to be listening to Dimash. Dimash is here. Dimash is here. And last time I did a Dimash video, you guys said I should watch Screaming because Screaming is a pop song. So let's check it out.
Your voice, please.
This is already
Sing
more
with
poppy
me,
than
okay?
anything. There's Screaming fans in the audience.
I feel it trying to turn my heart in the storm. Without resistance to me, so I let you go. Oh, but the love is such a soul, so sad they can't stay far from you. Raise me from the sins and that I'm fighting to believe you remember me. I'm screaming why can't you hear me? I'm screaming why can't you feel me? I'm screaming inside. Yeah, yeah.
Who's in the
I'm
background?
screaming inside. Yeah, yeah. I make mistakes and hurt to in a lot of ways. And no
Background's nice.
forgiveness for it to punish me. Oh, such a cruel something is your little speech that says every part of me. But the only thing that can sing for me is love for the world to see. I'm screaming why can't you hear me? I'm screaming
Is that him in the background?
I can't do feel me. I'm screaming inside. Don't let us say, go away everything. No, I know there's way to face us, baby. I know it's difficult, but can we try once more and get this right this time? I'm screaming why can't you hear me? I'm screaming why can't you feel me?
Come on,
I'm
Dimash.
screaming inside. Yeah, yeah. I'm screaming inside. Yeah, yeah. I'm screaming inside.
She does those little runs. Okay, let's talk about it. All right, friends. So we just watched Dimash screaming. First, I just want to say that I'm trying a new method with the reaction videos. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it because I do feel limited in how much I can react and how much I can enjoy the videos. But I do know people like seeing facial expressions. I don't know. I'm just testing it out. But I kind of like to be able to move and to feel things. That's just that's who I am more so than just my face. And then also, I'm not sure where my face is going to be on the actual video. When I shoot them, they're on the side, but I've noticed that whenever they actually come out, they're like in the video. And I'm like, huh, I didn't see that. That wasn't what was showed to me. But anyway, let's get to the mosh. That was interesting. That was really interesting. It was definitely pop. It had the screaming girls. He was amongst a whole bunch of women. There was Miss America. That's kind of like what pop music is, making the man, and putting them amongst beautiful women and girls screaming. That's like the 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 basis and the recipe, the rule of pop music. And rule is kind of like how you start off a soup or a gumbo or something like that. If you don't know, I liked it. He's just such a good vocalist. It's stellar. Um, what pageant was that? Was that Miss Universe? I was intrigued. I couldn't really see the girl, so I was wondering what pageant that was. Okay, so him doing pop music, obviously, when the style of music that he usually performs allows for him to really perform more and showcase his voice the best, right? I keep thinking back to Ordinary Day. There's nothing like it. But there's something interesting about pop music. I think if Dimash, and this is just my opinion, but I think if Dimash was going to have a pop career, especially like in America, he has the voice for it, and I think that he could model his career after two people, and I'll explain. But let me name the two people: Mark Anthony and Mariah Carey. And I say Mark Anthony because pop music is kind of based off of dudes with a lot of swag, especially now in these days, and that's not really Dimash's bag, right? He's not like Chris Brown. He's not Justin Timberlake. He's not like that swaggy, and nor should he be. So I would say Mark Anthony was still able to exude a certain amount of confidence. And he also was a very similar singer to Dimash in the fact that they sang in a very almost kind of classical way, but he was able to really lend himself vocally and even aesthetically as an artist, as a visual artist, as a brand, as a package, what you may call it, to more mainstream music. I keep thinking about him on three songs. His first single, "Need to Know," the song he had with Pitbull, and he sang the hook. I would really be interested to hear Dimash sing that hook to that song. I think that could be a great way in. He can do like some songs with Pitbull, even though Pitbull is not really having those big songs out right now. Maybe he can come back and do some. And then I think about pop singers, you always want that big ballad, right? And I think if you guys know Mark Anthony, you know this song, what's it called? "My Baby You," in which I would like to hear Dimash sing that as well, where he can still kind of give you those vocals in a pop ballady kind of way. And Dimash sing that song would be really good. And I also say Mariah Carey. And I say Mariah Carey in particular because Mariah Carey, I think she is one of the most successful pop artists to utilize their vocal range in their music consistently in pop music. You know what I mean? And very well. Because I think like when you can sing and you can sing very well, I think you have to blend it in a certain way for it to um, go with what pop music is. Because pop music is watered down, right? For the most part, it's usually watered down. So I feel like she is one of the people who use a vast range. And of course, there's some great singers in pop music, but I'm saying specifically that she has such a vast range, in which Dimash has as well. He has a vast range, not someone that can just sing, but a vast range. And she was able to utilize it in such a way. I was thinking when he was doing those little butterfly things at the end, that's the only way I can call it. They're kind of like whistle tones, and this is the way Mariah was able to make atmospheric things with her vocals in the backgrounds. I would love for Dimash to play around with that, and have that be a template, not just which, and it's not just her vocal deliveries on the songs, the main parts of the song. It's the backgrounds and how she would do background whistles that sometimes if you don't listen to her music and maybe you're not a fan of her, you don't pay attention to. But there's such brilliance in the actual artistry, whether you rock with her or not. There was just some cool things that she did with her voice in the studio, and I would be interested for Dimash to kind of experiment that way too, because I mean we've had the live performances. It'll be so interesting to see that kind of work. Oh, I wish I could make it happen. I wish I was in I wish I had like a record deal, a record company. I could just give it the record deal and put him in the studio with these people who helped make that happen, because he could do it so well. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. But I would really like for him to sing "My Baby You" by Mark Anthony and the hook to that Pitbull song. I really enjoyed it. And it just the performance brought a lot of ideas to me in my head about like Dimash, the pop star. I'm trying to invest in that now. I can see it in my head, on the radio. Anyway, yeah. Thank you guys for recommending that. That was something totally different. When y'all say he does pop, y'all really came through with this one, because he really, really did pop. And that's so interesting. Now, let me see if I can challenge y'all. Has he ever done different styles? Like, has he ever done country? Has he ever done R&B? Has he ever done hip hop? Drop that in the comments, because I'm interested to see how versatile he is. And if he experiments with different styles of music as well. So let's just see. That's the Dimash challenge. And I'll see you guys next video. That's where I'll be. And make sure you hit that subscribe button, like it, turn on notifications, or otherwise I'm gonna be screaming. All right, peace.